Off the top at 4, an Orange County teacher arrested. What investigators say they found inside his apartment.
Plus, breaking right now, a 14-year-old is arrested at his middle school while the teen is facing murder charges.
And all eyes are on the Space Coast this weekend, how a crucial launch from the Cape could change American space travel forever.
Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News starts now.
An Orange County school teacher is arrested and banned from campus.
The course instructor is facing charges related to having meth. Eric Glaze worked at East River High School. WESH 2's Dave McDaniel is live with more on what led to his arrest.
Well, he's been an employee of the Orange County school system now for 3.5 years, but this arrest certainly is a cause for concern for the school district.
Breaking right now at 4, Chopper 2 flew over a fire that spread to 2 mobile homes here. The flames broke out on Clarkona Road, right near Keene Road, that's south of Apopka. Fortunately, no one was inside.
Right now, Osceola Parkway is back open after a violent crash. Chopper 2 flew over the scene near White Birch Drive shortly after the crash. Troopers say two cars were heading westbound when one made an improper lane change and cut another driver off. The car cut through the median and hit another vehicle coming eastbound. It's awful. Both drivers were taken to a nearby hospital. They are expected to survive. A pilot is killed after a small banner plane crashes into a condo building in Fort Lauderdale. Video shows the wreckage of the yellow plane on the roof of the first floor. There's also a large hole on the east side of the building. Neighbors say buildings shook as the plane hit. Nearby roads were shut down as crews investigated. So what are the chances the capsule actually launches overnight? First Alert Chief Meteorologist Tony Benalfi has the launch forecast.
And I tell you what, Jim, I like our chances. We have some active weather ongoing right now, well north of the Cape there. As we take a look at that forecast, a few clouds around, but that's not going to reduce the visibility. As we're going to get this one at 80% go. Hey, one more thing we're watching here for you. Nasty line of thunderstorms now developing west of Palm Coast and Marineland. We'll keep tabs on these for you coming up here in just a couple minutes. Guys, back to you.
Tony, thanks a lot. And for those of you who don't want to drive to the Cape, WESH 2 News has you covered. You can watch the entire launch on WESH.com from the comfort of your home. We'll be live streaming starting about 15 minutes before launch.
So to come, a state lawmaker is facing some heat over controversial abortion comments.
Why state legislators are fuming over what one of their own said in an interview last night.
Then an important note for your daily drive to and from work. An exit that's already congested is about to get even worse.
Plus, neighbors are left in the dark, wondering why a house on their block was swarmed by deputies for nearly 2 days. Only WESH 2 News hears from the man who lives inside the home.
Breaking news this morning.
Breaking news this evening.
Every day, news happens right here in the cities, the suburbs, and neighborhoods we call home.
Live in Orange County.
Osceola County.
In Lake County. We're live in Volusia County.
Every day, we seek the news, get answers, reveal the truth. Every day, we search for the sunshine, chase storms, help plan your day.
Sunrise is live. We are live.
Every day, stories live to be told, and we're here to tell them. WESH 2 News, local, live, late breaking. Stay connected with WESH 2 by liking us on Facebook.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Advent Health.
The Speaker of the Florida House is feeling the heat.
That's all over some recorded comments he made during a discussion on abortion rights. Jose Oliva is now saying he's sorry for the remarks some are calling offensive. WESH News political reporter Greg Fox has the story.
We have police officers.
Preparations are underway in New Orleans ahead of next week's Mardi Gras celebrations. Today, contestants took part in the annual greasing of the poles. The nearly 50-year tradition started to stop people from climbing poles on Bourbon Street for a better view of the festivities. Contestants in today's competition judged a number of factors, with top honors going to the woman with the tiny hands.
That's not exactly pole greasing attire that you would at least associate with that kind of a job. Laissez-les bon temps relay.
Nice.
There you go. All right, Tony, heading into the weekend, weather dependent on a lot of things.
Yeah, you know, we got to get through the next half hour here. We got some pretty good thunderstorms coming through northern Flagler County that have had a history of hail, so we're going to watch that this time of the year. We take a look at the records that are potentially possible here as we get you on into Sunday. Mid and upper 80s, the records in Orlando and Sanford, right around the 90-degree mark. Let's take a look now at those numbers here for Saturday and Sunday. Better rain chances on Saturday, better beach day on Sunday, but in Brevard County, I think both days look pretty good. Monday, Monday, here comes that cold front. No change on the thinking here. A 50% chance for showers. Look at Tuesday's high temperature now, 72 with a few sprinkles. And then waking up Wednesday and Thursday morning in town, we're in the upper 40s. We'll be in the upper 30s in Marion County, guys. Winter not over yet.
That's a fact, Tony. Thanks. A road rage incident in the middle of traffic.
Fists fly and a driver takes off. Why he didn't get very far.
A picture's worth 1,000 words. The video is worth about 1,000,000 words.
Tossed around like a doll. One mother says a video shows a daycare worker throwing her daughter, and police say this isn't the first incident of abuse at the daycare.
And later, a wild hit-and-run crash sends a car careening into a hotel pool deck. Now the search is on to find the driver who left the scene. A bus crashed onto a motorbike shop in Japan late last night. A witness captured the aftermath here, showing the bus nearly halfway inside the shop.
And let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Tony Benalfi for a weather warning.
I tell you what, Jim, we're watching this cell here into northern Flagler County. Lo and behold, because of the wind and the hail core with this, we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. This one remains in effect until 5:15. Already on top of Palm Coast. It's going to be over Bunnell and Flagler Beach here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. I'll talk more about that coming up here in just a couple minutes. You're watching WESH 2 News at 4:30.
WESH 2 traffic is driven by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
WESH 2 News continues.
We are tracking the potential for severe weather right now here in Central Florida.
That's right. Let's get you right out to Chief Meteorologist Tony Benalfi with the details. He's tracking it all. A raucous comedy and a dark thriller hit theaters this weekend.
They are going up against the reigning box office champ, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World.
I know it's about funerals. I done buried a lot of men. A lot of them.
That funeral gonna be messed up.
Tyler Perry, pretty funny. Tyler Perry quotes from the book of Goldilocks in a Medea family funeral. This new chapter in the popular series finds Medea and her crew traveling to rural Georgia after the death of a friend, where she puts herself in charge of planning a memorial service that is bound to make the deceased roll over in his grave. A Medea family funeral is rated PG-13.
She's really freaking me out.
No good deed goes unpunished in Greta. Chloe Grace Moretz is a good Samaritan trying to make it on her own in New York. So when she finds a purse and wallet left on the subway, she tracks down the owner to return it. But French legend Isabelle Huppert is not so much a sweet little old lady as she is a serial stalker. Greta is rated R. Scared yet?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. That's not
Not even
alley.
close.
No,
Not even close.
a little much.
A dramatic crash leaves a driver critically injured.
Yeah, the impact sent a car tumbling onto a hotel pool deck.
People were hollering, call 911, and it was just a bit of chaos at first.
And believe it or not, the driver left the scene. Now a statewide search underway to find them.
Plus, hundreds of people in the Florida Panhandle are about to lose their jobs. Why one Florida hospital can't support all operations after Hurricane Michael.
We have a group of great people.
We do.
Amy's a stickler for accuracy. She wants to make sure that she gets that forecast right.
It's a fun atmosphere, and Amy's a big part of that, and so are Jasmine and Adrian. It's fun to have that kind of camaraderie with them. We want you to just feel good about the start of the day.
Every day we're covering all the news that's important to you.
Breaking news.
Amy's got that forecast for you.
We're watching the roads.
And we have a great time, too.
Turn on WESH 2 News. Join our little sunrise family. Even if you do it once, we think you'll come back every day.
Breaking news alerts, live newscasts, and interactive radar. Download the WESH 2 News app today.
Police in Southwest Florida wanted to find the driver that collided with another car and then took off.
The impact sent the other driver flipping multiple times through the air. Security video from a nearby hotel captured the entire scene.
Now, WESH 2's Jason Guy reports the driver is in critical condition. A lot of folks in Flagler County under the gun right now.
Well, you know, I tell you what, I think we have a DOT up there in the Beverly Beach, I-95, Flagler Beach area. And I tell you what, there is a lot of wind energy and a lot of hail. One of the neat things we can show you here with a different product is our Lynx progression of the hail over the last 1 to 2 hours. And you can see that thunderstorm right there came right out of Palatka, and right now is just south of Palm Coast, headed right towards Beverly Beach. And I tell you what, my Facebook feed and my Twitter feed are lighting up. A lot of people are already sending pictures. Love the reports. Be careful. There's a lot of lightning. Give this one another 15 minutes. It'll be offshore. It does not look like this thing is going to materialize into a tornado, which is fantastic news. But there are definitely reports of the clouds twisting and turning for folks along I-95 and in and around Beverly Beach right now. But you can see the last couple of images there just kind of getting sheared out just a little bit. It looked a little bit better right over I-95 with the inflow there and that rotation. Still have a very impressive severe thunderstorm here. Hail core bouncing between about 1 inch to 1.25 inches. That's why we're getting pea-sized hail reports from the south side of Palm Coast all the way towards the Flagler Airport. There's the rotation, and by the looks of this, there may be a developing waterspout just to the east now at Beverly Beach. If you're on the beach there, it is wicked. It is a nasty thunderstorm right there. And I tell you what, winter is coming back next week. In fact, let me show you the updated 7-day forecast here. 80 briefly on Monday. Look at the turnaround. 40s Wednesday and Thursday. Afternoon highs upper 60s to low 70s. WESH 2 News at 4 continues here in just a minute.
WESH News at 5 is straight ahead.
Stuart Moore joins us now with more on what's coming up our next hour.
And guys, it's a split-second decision that means life or death for a law enforcement officer. To shoot or not to shoot. Today, one of our reporters was put to the test. And a little boy was faced with a horrifying scenario. His mom gunned down in front of him on the way to school. But tonight, he's being hailed a hero for what he did to save her life. We will have the details. Plus, it's the big story that has major impacts on when manned flights will take off from Central Florida Space Coast. Again, we have the latest on the SpaceX test flight next at 5.
Closed captioning sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. Dial #law on your cell phone.